And that is live. Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel, and this week I have published the official soundtrack preview that I have edited for Sword Art Online Hollow Realization, and the weekend, just like last week, following up on Lost Song, this time, hey there Kizman, I will be playing Hollow Realization. The plan is just playing this for the next 2 hours until Integral Factor daily reset, depending on how things go. I am incredibly rusty in this game as well. Much like Lost Song, it has been more than 5 years, at the very least. I think that's understandable. And the problem is, Hollow Realization had one of those extremely tight control schemes. That is, do I really have to let go to open my menu right now? Cool. Oh, it's one of the reasons why people have such a on and off love or hate relationship with Hollow Realization's control scheme. I always imagine it was especially bad on keyboard and mouse on PC, because on the right side you see little control gimmicks. Like, the palette is incredibly extensive. It's just incredible. I can't find any other words for it. But the problem is, you need a certain level of, quite a high level of mastery and memorization of where your skills are, where you placed your skills, to be able to take advantage of this incredible control scheme, let's say. It's my favorite control scheme, but goddamn, coming back to it after 6 years of not having played it, I don't know where my skills are. I completely lost the muscle memory to achieve all those tight movements and skill connects. I played a bit when I was collecting some footage for my soundtrack preview for Hollow Realization earlier in the week, but you will actually see the extension of it. I remember, if you look back at my playthroughs as well, you'll see that I'm constantly chaining 2 skills back to back until high tiers, and then using a powerful finisher like Tachyon Inversion. I believe that was wasn't it Nebular Empress? That's the finisher. What's Tachyon Inversion? You can see I'm quite out of my game here. I think I was constantly connecting Nightmare Rain and Double Circular. Those were the 2 fast-paced skills that could chain into each other, because not every skill can chain with another skill as well, if I remember correctly, or if I'm mistaking it for Alicization Licorice at this point, because sometimes you cannot chain skills. I don't even remember. We'll figure things out. I am not going to be going into extremely deadly places, though at this point I feel like, unless I go into like final tier sacraments in hard mode or later into the singularity, I should be fine. I am not going to die. The problem is, I am not going to be able to kill enemies either. And that's a problem. I don't want to waste an entire hour trying to take down a turtle enemy, which I wouldn't be able to take within an hour on my own, even if I remembered my buttons. But we'll see. Nebular Empress was for Hollow Fragment. It was, but I thought what they brought over here was also the same finisher, the ultimate skill. I guess not. What skills do we have actually? Where's my sword palette? Yeah, there we go. Revel, Blazing Spin, Circular, Sour Stream, Eclipse, Tachyon Immersion, Absolute Zodiac, Spider, and Tragic End. I'm so out of my game. The thing is, I used to... Okay, I can't open up my skill window here. We'll have to go into somewhere at the very least to start getting the hang of things again. So why not actually move out to... Okay, the Citadel was DLC 1. Stalbatos Ruins was the Warriors of Sky, the free DLC. Northazrod Tundra is DLC 2, and Alienward Dominion at the end of it is the Singularity, if I remember correctly. So this should be the hardest place. So obviously that's where we're going. see how it all goes. I have a whole bunch of ununlocked teleport stones as well. May as well just explore places I have never been to before, because if I remember correctly, but like when I was playing DLC 3, this already came after SAO vs SAO that arrived between DLC 1 and 2 for no apparent reason. So with DLC 2 and DLC 3, I was more focused on actually just completing the story and moving on. That SAO vs SAO took way too long of a time for me. That caused my... What did I just do? Okay, skill duration up by 20. That's overdrive. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I need to be using a lot of my skills, but even back then, I was quite lazy about this. So I rarely went for it. But it is generally quite important. What do you mean I can't do? There we go. Be able to take advantage as much as you can. I think these are free recoveries. They are not... Okay, this is SP regen, this is SP recovery. Gonna take a bit. Hey there, Kirigahime, welcome. Right. Sorry, just during that intro, I kind of skipped over things. And hey there, person with the Arabic name I cannot read. Welcome, how you doing? Okay. I don't want to delve too deep into that just yet. I just want to get my skills in order. The chaining is the most important part here. So, let me go back to my skill palette again. Okay, that's the triangle. I was like... looking for what the button prompt was. I remember the arrows and what they mean. And I'm looking over to the right side, like full on right. That's the square. That's your basically secondary palette. And then I was looking at the right side of this entire block and there's nothing, and I'm looking everywhere to see a button prompt. I'm never looking at the far left. Okay, so we're gonna do that with triangle. I'm gonna push forward normally, and that's gonna initiate Nightmare Rain, and then I'll do double flick forward, and that's gonna initiate double circular. Then we're gonna do back and forth between these two. If there are numerous enemies around me, I'm gonna do a skill chain with Final Revolution with the circular flick, which I believe is hard to do on PC because you only have the arrows, where you need to be quite swift to achieve that on PC. But yeah, this game was through and through developed for controller in mind, let's say that. You don't use parry? I do use parry. As you can see, Eclipse is mapped to if I completely let go of the stick and hit triangle, that's gonna launch the Eclipse. If I circle the L stick around and do the triangle, that's gonna do the tachyon inversion. Wait, what is banishment? I thought it was parry. Isn't banishment parry? Yeah, it does. That is parry. That's like an advanced parry of sorts. I think. I think. Let's see. Yeah, see, banishment is parry. And then if I remember, yes, we can charge our SP like this. I got my team commands. Drag row, use skill, switch, good. Where is the unity circle? Like we circle the enemy around. Isn't it supposed to be here? What am I missing? R1 is dodge. We can jump, which is useless and extremely laggy. Okay, let me just work on my combo for a second. Yeah, see, the timing is extremely off. Can I do two double circular? Can I just chain double circle? I did Nightmare Rain accidentally. Okay, we'll need to work on that. We'll need to work on that. Oh, the skill use skills command is the circle, the chain skill command. Okay, we'll give that a try. Hey there, Deco. How you doing? Welcome. It is good memories. It's an incredibly fun game. Okay. Now the thing is, the regular enemies, they are not going to bother me at all. I'm just going to be one-shotting everything. It's kind of a problem. They are not going to give me any troubles at all. But we'll work through the event fragments and the bosses, which is slowly going to start giving me a harder time and going to require me to get my actual game sense back. I need to get that double chain back. There we go. Alright, I remembered now why I set them up like that. Like the Nightmare Rain and double circular. Because I always started with double flick or double circular. And because double circular is such a quick skill, I didn't want to bother with any other input. And after you do the double flick, you basically hold it forward. And then I basically just tap this at the end of a skill. And it initiates Nightmare Rain, which has a much longer skill period. So as that skill is continuing, I can again do my double flick. And then instantly a very quick double circular. Oh, Nightmare Rain again. Double flick during it. And on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I do remember. I just need to get that muscle memory. That's the key point. Hey Val, how you doing? Yeah, we were just talking about it. How you doing, mate? I didn't ask you because I didn't get a response and I didn't want to down you in negative things. But how you doing? You tell me. The game does take people back. I still think it is the best game within the Gameverse. Alsatian Licorice and Last Recollection both did really nice things, but I still think overall this ended up coming back out on top somehow. And of course, someone who is a little bit more into action RPGs, they can feel Alsatian Licorice or Last Recollection or Lost Song are better games, because this is a very specialized game into Final Fantasy XIV, I wanna say. Like the entire UI is just Final Fantasy XIV, if I remember correctly. But if you're into that, I still think this game pulls off the things it wants to do to the best that the series has ever done, has ever managed. And then Fractured Daydream, again, I put that to the side, and I will continue to put that to the side, if I remember correctly, until June 6th, because it took them 16 business days to address the DLC situation. So I'm gonna take 16 days to get back to the game from that point onwards. Should match up with June 6th. The story of this game was quite neat. The main campaign, I think the main campaign was good. It's just, I mean, the stakes are not very high. And some people may have an issue with that. They often do when it comes to SAO. Like, people do want some stakes. But I still think we had a really nice story with this one. Premiere is admittedly a bit off-putting. I don't mean that in a specific way. Like, she's a weird character. A lot of people can find her really dull and uninteresting, which is, let's be real, kind of part of that narrative that's going. Like, I remember as I was going through the story of this game, I was more invested in the Genesis side. Are we just going back to the spawn? Yeah, we are. I accidentally turned around. Can I zoom in that mini-map a bit? Oh my god, there is no pause. Okay. Let's take care of butterfly first. Not aggroing anything else. Okay, settings. Map type, simple map detail. Wait, can I not control this with button prompts? Yeah, sheath those swords, and if I hit left, nothing happens. If I hit right, nothing happens. If I hit this, that. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, both sides of the touchpad do. This right side of the touchpad brings up the skill list. Left side of the touchpad alters the minimap over there, which is what I was looking for. I feel like there was something to manipulate the event log as well that shows up in the bottom left. I disabled it for purposes of collecting footage for the soundtrack thing preview that I did, because I couldn't find the button prompt to actually manipulate it. Minimap magnification far. How about we go normal? Battle log, display. There we go. Back when you could chain more than 3 skills together and still have room for more skills. Isn't it like one of the achievements to get like 16 skill chain? And then you can chain however many you want in the game. That's just beautiful. Hey there, Prime Goat. Welcome. Deathwalker. Welcome, of course. Hey there, Polski. Doing overtime during week, so I'm 100% chilling on weekend. That is always nice. How's the weather right now? The past 3 days, it's been... not great here. Before that, it was a little too warm as well, so... V6 was fun, though. That's the second part of Canon. Enjoy. Anyone still playing Last Recollection? Probably not. Like, Last Recollection was very heavily focused on its story, and when the story was over, there was basically nothing else to do. There's a blue chest. Why is it so dark? I can't even... I think I need a double jump for this. Or can I just manipulate the dashes from the side, potentially? I will need to Q dance to... There we go. That has been unlifted. However, how am I gonna jump up there? Can I get up? Up. No. I did not miss the floaty jump of this game. Oh my god, what is this? Fine, where's double jump? I know I have it. I have it somewhere because I specifically used it for something. Okay, jump, jump. Jump. There we go. Oh my god, the rarity stuff in this game, I remember that being an extreme pain. Like, there are stars, there are enhancement levels, the armor is somewhat randomized with which stats it wants to give you. And then you need to get lucky with the correct distribution, because even within the stars there are different ranges, and if you don't have the top, it's basically not worth it because you want the top. The game was extremely deep. Didn't I unlock a chest or something? Why is my map small again? Yeah, like there's a red chest up here. Got it. Like there's a certain level of depth that makes you feel like you're drowning sometimes. When I was into this game, it was still very much interesting, but now coming back, looking from a little bit from the outside, I guess, if it makes sense. Because, you know, coming back to this after 8 years, like, just remembering the concept itself, it's like, am I sure I actually enjoyed this specific aspect? Am I? And if I was deep into the game, I would enjoy it again. Okay, we got 4 stars from this one. What equipment do I even have? I remember I grinded... Oh, okay. Good stuff, good stuff. That's what I was saying. I remember grinding a lot on streams, thanks to a lot of people helping me throughout. We got Elucidator, which I believe we simply get from Singularity level 100, no? Like that and Dark Repulsor? Or was that the Blue Rose Sword and the Fragrant Olive? The Osmanthus Blade? No. And we got a lot of stats, increased sword skill damage. SSC chains, the time window increases. Oh. Oh, we had jewels too. I never got into the jewels. It was just way too much for me. Yeah, like, do I have to go back to the blacksmith or something? I think I do. I have the ethereal heart, a +9, the paragon weapon, and then unseen anima. Wasn't unseen anima like its precursor or something? I think so. Well, I love this game so much. Back during the day. But even then, I cannot grind as much as some people do. Like, I have my limits. I completely forgot looking at the chat regularly. My bad guys. Remind me the 1,000 floors content climb each day, if I remember that right. I did do some streams on that as well. I think I reached like level 100 on stream, just for that Elucidator and Dark Repulsor. We may just go there, it's at the end of this map. Dorothy's story is absolutely beautiful. I think the best story the Gameverse has ever told is Dorothy's story. Okay, let me catch up with chat and then I'll return to that one. Oh yeah, does Hollow Fragment like lag heavily on the PS5? It runs perfectly smoothly on PS5. Generally. The control scheme and the animations are dated. That's why it feels like it's lagging sometimes. Like input lag I'm talking about. It's just the animations and the overall design of the game. It's an intended lag at times. However, Arc Sophia still drops frames. No idea how that happens, but when you have too many characters on screen, it still chugs on PlayStation 5. And I'm pretty sure we can go beyond like 2-3 more console generations if console generations remain a thing. And that Arc Sophia is still going to chug. I don't think it has anything to do with hardware. I'm pretty sure it's just a bottleneck on the software side, on the engine side, that just can't handle a certain amount of people and things happening on screen. It is quite funny just playing that game here and then seeing those frame drops still. SAO BGM is so bad. I wonder if they... No. I completely disagree. I love Hollow Realization soundtrack. And secondly, games and anime. They are completely different mediums, completely different media, I guess. And they require completely different approaches in how you make the soundtracks. You can't just put anime soundtrack underneath here and expect it to work. It will not. Anime soundtrack, especially when it comes to movie productions, they are tailor-made for scenes. Whereas game soundtracks, they are meant to be ambient music. They are meant to be constantly looping. You don't want Swordland looping for 10 hours here. Completely different music design. And again, I'm literally going through every single game soundtrack right now, uploading game soundtrack previews that are now on Spotify. Go to my channel right now and start from Infinity Moment, Hollow Fragment, Lost Song, and this week I uploaded Hollow Realization music. Check out the tracks. They are really, really, really good tracks. The weather is super shitty, especially when I commute to work on bicycle every day. You still do that. What do you do in actual bad weather? Because, you know, winter is not all that friendly in Poland. Do you just revert to public transport when it's really bad? Or rather, I should ask, how much bad weather you tolerate when you're going with bicycle? This game was definitely a grind, but the combat system actually felt so consistent and flowed so nice. The flow of the combat, exactly. That's what makes it feel so good. The Underworld games lack that element, at least for me. Yeah, I definitely can see that. But again, they tried something admittedly different than what they tried to do with Hollow Fragment and then Hollow Realization. They wanted to go a little bit more of an action route than the RPG route that they had here. Like, that's why the camera is so much closer. That's why the skills are so much slower and all those kinds of stuff. Like, a lot of those were intentional decisions. Which obviously, after a lot of people had so much fun with Hollow Realization. And people did have so much fun with this game. Like, I remember the days. Ages after the content release, people were still coming up and then creating multiplayer rooms regularly. Do I challenge myself to get up there? Why not? Let's see. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Regular jump forward. God damn it, the lag, the input lag on the jumps, I hate them. I remember DLC 2, the Ice Zone, had a mini jumping puzzle, and people were so mad about it. Understandably so, because this game was not designed to support that kind of thing. DLC 2 tried a lot of different things. It had an incredible amount of puzzles. All that just for a gold piece. Didn't we use gold pieces? Like, I need 100 of them to get the starting armor at a higher level or something. Like, that's what it was. But yeah, I remember that jumping puzzle. People had so much issues with it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Oh no, not the Eclipse. I wanted to parry. I wanted to try parrying. Why does this guy have the shield effects on him? Oh, there we go. The moment you start skill chaining, it gets so much easier. And I'm starting to get that muscle memory back slowly. Nice, nice, nice. What killed Licorice for me was the accuracy part. That is exactly what killed that game for many people. Which is exactly why they removed it completely for Last Recollection. Like the hardcore community, you will see criticizing Last Recollection's combat constantly. Am I stunned? However, the reason why you only see negativity around Last Recollection is that it's literally only those 5-10 hardcore people who are complaining, who don't have an extensive amount of raids to do as a hamster wheel after the game is over. And I try to paint Last Recollection in this very, very negative light, especially its combat. The reality is, the casual player base, the game was literally built based on that general feedback Alsatian Licorice received regarding its combat. And then you'll see those hardcore people complaining about how the combat was so simplified and made so easy, but man, they kept most of the systems from Alsatian Licorice in the game as well. So you can just do the button mashy thing and you will launch automated skills, or being the hardcore skilled person that you are, you can manually skill connect the skills yourself and get the benefits. They literally kept that from Alsatian Licorice for the hardcore people, while giving the casual people an enjoyable experience. Like if casual people were as invested as having a 2-year-long hamster wheel to engage themselves in, which they don't, which I'm not one of those people either. Last Recollection was actually a very nice experience. I think only the balancing was quite whack when it came to Last Recollection. The enemies were not dangerous, they could not hurt you, but in return you could not hurt them either, which made it quite a bad experience. Like you weren't feeling thrill when you were fighting enemies, because they did not quite pose a threat. But you had to play this thing for 30 minutes straight to be able to make a dent in them. It wasn't satisfying specifically because of the balancing. Saying, why does a game about sword fights and melee combat have an accuracy system? Hollow Fragment had that exact system as well, and I'm not sure, but doesn't this game have it too? Like, isn't your dex supposed to be your accuracy or something? Because I remember going back to Hollow Fragment when I was collecting footage, if I go against harder enemies, I miss like 60-70% of my shots. I remember when recording the post-game Yuki special scene, I had to use some dex potions just to be able to hit Yuki and get the true ending of that special scene. Like pretty much all Hollow style games from Akuria had that accuracy gimmick until Last Recollection removed it entirely. I'm pretty sure this game should have it as well. Like you can correct me, or we can see in an hour when I proceed deeper, maybe towards the singularity, but okay, I said I would catch up with the chat, but I'm falling further behind. Okay, we're pushing through the chat real quick. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Okay, here. Well, Last Recollection has accuracy stat as well. At least I don't really miss my attack. Yeah. I was expecting a SAO Fractured Daydream gameplay like Hollow Realization, but map with... I am not going to be talking about Fractured Daydream until June 6. And allies teleporting when attacking was annoying as well. I don't remember that. I'm not even sure what that refers to right now. Last Recollection, probably? I don't know if you know this or not, but did you have a look on Variant Showdown? I heard the goddess versions of Asuna and Leaf are here. Yes, they are. I'm posting it on my Twitter, on my Facebook. I'm posting it here on my channel as well as community posts. It's just that I upload stories after they are complete. I give people a time to play it in game, and I upload it after. It's kind of my thing with Variant Showdown. Last Recollection itself just felt so rushed. I wouldn't say it's rushed, it feels rushed. It's just a very streamlined experience that everyone who got accustomed to Akuria games just had a massive culture shock with. Like a lot of the Akuria games, a lot of the Hollow games could use a lot of streamlining. The amount of bloat Alicization Licorice has, this game has it too. It's my favorite, but this game has it too. Hollow Fragment. Hollow Fragment has like a 30-minute story stuck in a, I don't know, 5-10 hour Aincrad setting. Like, that is ridiculous. Hollow area flows much better, but still so much bloat in there as well. Last Recollection was the one time we had a properly streamlined experience. Just go through, except for the chapter that took you to all 4 raids. God, that chapter, that was so blatant. Your Elucidator and Dark Repulsor aren't even upgraded. No, they're not. I'm pretty sure that is exactly the last thing I did in this game to reach floor 100 to obtain these. I didn't do anything else afterwards. It should be a live stream on my channel at some point. I'm pretty sure that's the case. What I did like about Last Collection is how better the Akuria SAO games look with Unreal. The sword glows looks good, similar to Fractured Daydream. Sword skills look immaculate. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Alicization Licorice looked bad either. To be frank, these games look better than I remembered. Like even Hollow Fragment. Like when I think of Hollow Fragment, I constantly expect character models to look like Integral Factor. But no, they actually... Do I back out? There we go. They actually look fairly nice. Hey there, Grinch, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I was about to ask what's CC2, thank you. Yo, can't wait for the upcoming SAO original movie. Probably it'll be like SAO Ordinal Scale, bridging Underworld to Unital Ring. Potentially. I'll be very surprised if it's as good as Ordinal Scale though. I'll be pleasantly surprised. I should play Tales of series at some point. It's on my list. I probably want to go Xenoblade Chronicles first and see what that one is about. Do you think Fractured is the worst game? Compared to what? Hollow Realization? No, I think Fractured Daydream is great, but I am not going to be talking about Fractured Daydream at all until June 6. Hey, there's two. Thank you. Fire engine is incredibly dated, yes. It's a PSP engine. Yeah, I almost caught up. Hey, Ark, how you doing? Welcome. Are you also playing Hollow Realization? Do you feel they missed the mark for Fractured being Fatal Bullet 2? No, I do not. Thank God we did not receive a Fatal Bullet 2. That wet blanket of an OCMC, please. Let him be as the pizza delivery boy that he became at the end of Last Recollection. He is much more suitable for such unremarkable roles. No. Let's keep Fatal Bullet 2 away. Last Collection did have a worse multiplayer than Alsatian Licorice in my opinion, because they did not design Last Collection to have a multiplayer. It's pretty clear they put the 4 raids in there, snuck it into the story as a story dungeon, and called it a day. Like Last Collection was literally just, this is the end of the Gameverse. We do not want you playing this game for the next 2 years like we have with Alsatian Licorice. I'm playing on PlayStation 5. I'm here, I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm currently grinding up a Paragon axe for Zero. Isn't Zero the third Goddess character that they made as a Twitter experiment? Yeah, right? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, I got messages from Else and Yu-Gi-Oh! I never read these messages. I desire a word. Oh my god, this is the best Alice has ever been. Actually speaks in all... Is that intentional? Yes, that is intentional. That she speaks in all caps. God. Obnoxious Alice is the best Alice. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! No caps at all. Oh, no punctuation either. Okay. Well done, well done. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. Where were we going? We're still in the first map here, right? I did not play much. Open map. Yeah, this way. I need an NPC tank for DDD? What's DDD? Is it Singularity? Wait, how did we get to the first Ouroboros gate? I thought the map was progressing naturally through the canyon and around. How do I go here then? The Dusty Temple. How do I go to the Unguis Peak? Outskirts? Borderland? Outskirts? This map confuses me. And I remember these fucking snake gates. People still comment on my videos about these snake gates because they are just as confused as I am, unsure of how to find the things they are looking for. If I remember correctly, we had to do stuff to open these gates. And it was so confusing. First or a number of floors, 5. Yeah, let's enter the dungeon, why not? Yeah, do that. Oh my god. Oh, the 1000th floor dungeon, the Singularity. Okay, there is no map here. I'm just gonna back out and teleport to the Singularity. So just back out. Back out, mate. Oh, wait, I can't force open the map. Okay. We got this. Let's go to the... God damn it. I want to back out. I accidentally entered without remembering what it is. Okay. We will get the swiftness. This one. Oh wait, I pick it circle. And then we're going to use the speedrun method that they have nerfed with the third DLC. You were able to just spam the throwing pick without a cooldown. Now you need to land, wait like half a second, because it has a full second cooldown. And if you immediately jump, you're gonna be caught in the cooldown, just like that. Oh yeah, the speedrun method. Love it. Oh, that's a teleporter over there. And that's the key. Alright, we need to collect the keys and shit. That's why if you found the thing, the actual gateway, you still needed to explore to find the key. Okay. Yeah, I remember having not a lot of fun with this. Like, I know people love the endless dungeons at the end of these Hollow games. I was never a fan of them. I did stream a lot because, you know, it was easy content, and the point of my streams is to just chat with people anyways. It doesn't matter what's on screen. And these endless singularities, they're easy to go through. You don't need to concentrate all that much. But I would prefer things like sacraments to endless dungeons all day. God damn it. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away so I can open the chest. Thank you. Please give me a key. There we go. That's our key. Now we need to find the teleporter. God damn it. That is not the throwing pick. Oh, I love this game. Don't mind me complaining. I love this game. Is there a teleporter in there? No. Is it a bad idea to bring 2 NPCs with me, considering they actually die and give me a game over like Hollow Fragment if they end up falling and not get revived by anyone? Whereas normal players don't think they had that problem? I am under attack by a fallen skull. That skull is not fallen. Weeping soul, stop weeping, please. Speedrun for this game is 3 hours 13 milliseconds. Minutes, I imagine. No, I'm not a speedrunner, no. Also, to get to that one teleporter you unlocked, you gotta go to Serpentia west side and go to the dead end in the center and take the teleporter. We're just heading to the main singularity at this point. Yeah, that was really sad. Like, sacraments were really nice. What I love about Hollow is that the game is the closest to an Aincrad experience besides, I guess, Hollow Fragment. True. If you're high enough level, you'll be fine. In the 1000th floor dungeon, they're mandatory, since only NPC AI can heal themselves and others. Really? I don't remember much about... I remember the entire 1000th floor dungeon was introduced with an entire side content where someone is researching AI subjects, which was a tease for Alicization at the time as well. But I don't remember the entire rules of the dungeon. I got this game, $10 for PS4, that's a bargain, man, it's a great game. I mean, it shouldn't be all that expensive on PC either. But still, the controller scheme, in my opinion, it is mostly designed with a controller in mind. In my opinion. I don't know about the PC experience, but every single time I look at how the skills are mapped in this game, I feel like that would be... I feel like I wouldn't want to play that on PC. It's a bit much. It gets quite intuitive on the controller. And let's as quickly finish this dungeon as possible that we accidentally entered without really wanting to be here. Okay, no gate there. I need to find the key anyways. A gate? No. Those are great potions, useless. There's no gate there, so we keep going this way. It's so annoying that I cannot open the minimap. Can I actually change that back to far and it will show me a bigger view? Minimap magnification? It's already set to far. Why does that automatically... Oh, because I did not change anything. Okay. Sorry, I backed out with the back button. So that's why battle log remains hidden as well. So yeah, do that. Is that as far as it goes? What's near them? Oh, it makes no difference in these dungeons, okay. What's the difference? Simple map. That also makes no difference. They really wanted to make the dungeons as unnavigatable as possible, I guess. Okay, we have no gate here either, so we keep going north for now. Oh, that is our gate. Is that our key? Not you. Just in the back. I hate the range that the enemies have for their tracking, and then they get stuck at some geometry as well, so they can't even come to you, and just block your progress entirely because you can't interact with anything if something is chasing you. And they do not relent. They will keep that chase mode on for years. Okay, this one has to be the key. That's literally the last thing around. Take care, Kirigahime. Thanks for joining. UN AI not marked as AI, and you're so... What? So you have to rely on AI marked as NPCs to heal you. Plus you can't use crystals in deep data. Mouse and keyboard on Hollow Realization is terrible, I imagined. No surprises there. And the control scheme for controller is borked because they couldn't find a button to map the open menu. Now I gotta make a custom mapping for it, or just go into the options to switch it from simple to detailed. In singularities you can't, since areas are randomly generated, plus the difficulty of singularity comes from navigating without the minimap. Yeah, I hate that kind of difficulty. It's just cumbersome, man. It's not difficult, it's just cumbersome. Please be the key immediately. No? Okay. Hello, I'm looking for a giant crystal around the corner. Nope. I had a strategy for these dungeons. It is very likely hug a wall, which eventually gets you to correct places. It's the same system that the screensaver on Windows 98 used to use, the maze screensaver. It always hugged the wall. And I was mesmerized as a 4-year-old kid. Okay, that's our corridor crystal. Oh, sorry, the crystal key, corridor key, gate key, whatever. Now I need to find the actual crystal. Hey, 4-5, we made it. I was really surprised Sterben was a comic relief. It wasn't a comic relief scene, it was a direct tease for Fatal Bullet. Oh goddamn, he died too early. Oh shit, that's not interact. There we go. That was an adventure. It'd be nice if the teleporter was marked on the minimap, since even FF14's deep dungeons, they'll mark where your teleporter is on. Yeah. But you know, in your words, it's part of the difficulty arc, you don't complain. Okay, let's head straight to the dungeon, shall we? Hey Shertika, how you doing? I do still play Variant Showdown, yes. Hey, we are in the way station, which I imagine is the entrance, potentially. Edit your raid party for the boss battle. Oh, is this... That's gonna take me to the final boss of the final DLC. Sure, I mean, we'll give it a go. Why not? But I want the actual dungeon. Oh, that looks relatively high level. And I don't like the fact that my camera is panned all the way up. Oh, okay, I can flick it around. That is not my parry button, but okay. Didn't this guy have a specific damage window? Or do I just burst it with brute force? Why am I not locked on? There we are. Oh, I need to stagger it to do proper damage, of course. And right, we need to get the damage multiplier up. Either during the stagger window or during this switch chain. I'm slowly remembering, yeah. No, don't lose 4 multiplier, please. If I remember correctly, if I use Final Revolution, the AoE attack, I can break multiple parts, which is what I often used for. Again, a lot of this is pending confirmation from my terrible memory. God damn it. It has a wind up, but the start of the animation itself Oh, that was... What? I didn't think stagger would make that much of a difference. Literally just destroyed. Okay. Now, Arc, where is the entrance to the actual dungeon? Is it the next area? This one, Singularity Center. The Singularity is the teleporter, but okay, you were like 5 steps ahead of me. Hey there, Dragon, welcome, how you doing? Dude, at least you aren't trying to do all 1,000 floors, you say. Set the item in your right hand as the item to power up. Yeah, why not? I like getting my weapons fired up, powered up. Oh shit, don't spawn on me. Oh, I'll be able to gain some XP here as well because they are higher level. Yeah, okay, that's good. He's leveled up. For the first time in a long time. Can I actually lock onto the enemies? Can I actually switch my lock on reliably but nearby enemies? I'm gaining like thousands of XP. There we go, that's what I like to see. Everyone's getting level ups. Perfect. We're progressing. Did you get the Goddess account? You mean in Variant Showdown? I did get Asuna so far. I did not get Leafa just yet, Terraria just yet. The Singularity, yeah, okay, we have been there. After every attack he does, you gotta do sword skills to build up. I just spam sword skills. Sometimes they end up happening right after its attack for that weak thing. I remember that specifically. I think Nightmare Rain has that break functionality. A couple other skills have the break functionality as well. I think break is specifically for defense break. And every single skill, if you match that timing to the end of their skill, actually breaks them, staggers them. I remember a lot of stuff. Yeah. Got it. I will say that after coming back to this game, this boss is probably the most well-designed boss in the game, since you can't just stun lock him and his attacks. I remember having a decent amount of trouble against that boss during my initial story playthrough. I think it was a really nice boss. I don't remember the previous two bosses, to be honest, for the DLCs. I remember the first area in the main game was Ilfang, or fake Ilfang. Not much has left an impression in terms of bosses. I mean, because this game, it's more of impersonal, more of a JRPG style, far away camera. Action games often create more memorable experiences, more memorable bosses, enemies, because they're simply closer to the action. That's more of a design thing rather than a fault or a blame. Okay, we started this way. Oh my god, this place is burning. I don't want to burn. Oh, I need to look around to see if we have the gate. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, look at that progress. Why did you not die? But yeah, we're making progress. So wait, can you repeat the thing you said about reviving or regenerating thing? Am I gonna get fucked because none of these are NPC characters from town? Thank you, Soup. What system is Hollow Fragment on? It's available on PS Vita, PS3, PS4, PS5, PC. I think those. I think that is the only game that hasn't been ported to Xbox and Switch. I think Lost Song is also not on Switch. I am not all that sure about those. But yeah, Hollow Fragment should only be on PlayStation and PC at the moment. I heard that total victories for the United King event in Integral Factor was over 600,000. Isn't it a combined victory in both Variant Showdown and Integral Factor? I think it should be a combined one. Not sure, I didn't look into it, but I remember it that way. Unfortunately, Akuria tried replicating Final Fantasy XIV's boss design at the time, but they didn't do a good job of it, and frankly, boss mechanics has always been a weakness of Akuria. True. Oh! Fucking... Only AI marked as NPCs, which include the goddesses and Kismet, can heal themselves and others. You also can't use crystals in deep data domain. Got it. So I am safe. That is probably true. Now the good thing about this place is you can see the teleporter gate from quite far away, because the gate itself is actually shining. Like, it has a shiny aura that even though the object itself is not visible, you can see its shine from relatively far away. I remember hating these lasers. I do not remember why. But I will trust my intuition. The PTSD feeling that just swells in me when I see them, that I should be taking them out as soon as possible. I don't remember what they did to get that reaction from me. I genuinely don't. But I remember having an extremely bad time against them. That made me feel this way. Is there anything interesting at all? There's a chest which can be the key. Okay. If I fall down, do I die or do I just get HP deduction and respawn here? I can just cheese it like this for now, but in case there are more extensive versions. Oh, that's a fucking mimic now. It is. And that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, easy peasy. If you fall, you go back to all the way to spawns. The spawn of the floor, not the last place I touched. Oh my god. Okay then. Let's not do that. Also, I believe every 10 floors you can register an AI marked as an NPC to be immortal, meaning there's no death timer. Okay, that's cool. The game is Hollow Realization, the third game in the Sword Online gameverse, following Hollow Fragment and Lost Song. If you're interested, I do have a soundtrack preview uploaded here on my channel just last week. Do check it out. The music in this game is great. Very from his chest with a black aura. Yeah, I realized that after I opened and saw the black aura. I remember. Spawn off the floor you're on. Yeah, that's great. I don't even remember the path I took. I'm literally just hugging the wall right now. Oh, that's a powerful enemy. Let's get some level ups. Wait, I can actually use my HP buff skill, right? It is going to be useful. Yeah. Let's. Where is that XP buff? 15% XP buff. Yes. These are boon potions. That's a speed potion. Is there an XP potion? There probably is somewhere. I don't care. Yeah, we be leveling. It's important for the story because I'm a big SAO fan. Oh, then I should mention that the SAO Gameverse is a completely different continuity that has spun off from the main series during the fight Kirito had with Heathcliff on floor 75. We stop moving on to the lava. Jesus Christ. Ismail has apparently died, which is not good news at all. I am going to die while I'm at it. This is absolutely not looking good. We have made a mistake, everyone. We are... Oh shit. Oh, we're continuing. Premiere has me. Yeah, let's do this. I get the feeling that was not as fair as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, my attacker fusion is level 5, but... Good recommendation. Good recommendation. I was highly unprepared for that encounter. For which reason we are no longer be challenging the hard enemies. We are just focusing on floor clearing and regular leveling. Okay, level up. Nothing over there, just bats. I do want to take out the regular enemies because in this game the hello there, you're all by yourself. Miss, what are you doing? Can I speak? Okay then. Right, the best way to level up in this game, or in... You gotta be... Akuria, please. Stop doing this to me. Anyway, the best way to level up in these games, in Akuria games in general, is find enemies that are at least 5 to 10 levels above you. Because they will be granting a ton of XP. And if you're powerful enough, which you should be, the game is often designed around that way, you will be able to take them down quite rapidly as well. Just tons of XP. Look at that XP bar go. Wait, where did I come from? I came from that side. I came from that seal, the trap seal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open that chest in hopes of a key. Lisbeth's birthday has already begun, like 4 hours ago in Japan. I posted about it because Integral Factor skills come out at Japan time. I love skill chains in this game. Yes, they feel so good when you actually pull them off. Okay, let's go this way first. And if we get a trap seal somewhere that takes us to the back, we took the first crossroad to the right at the chest. Yep, I remembered why I hated these guys, because they give you SP down, which makes you unable to use skills if they go too far. And if that happens way too often and you don't get it cleansed, with the mechanics of this game, that means you're basically out of skills, which is not good when the tactic is spam skills. Oh, that's nice. Appreciate it. Okay, nothing more that way. So we go. No, oh my god, I almost didn't see the fact that that wasn't a proper floor. Okay, nothing either way. We go back. Back to our main crossroad now. Where was I? There's a lot of things I'd recommend, but imagine you aren't gonna go through it as seriously as I am, so I wouldn't. How hard can it be? Also, you can actually recruit them if you don't go in with full party. Okay, okay. Also, if they die in there, they're dead outside of it as well. That's the same with the entire rest of the game. If NPCs die in Sword Art Origin, they die for good and get replaced by a new NPC with... Like, you can befriend blacksmiths. I remember this because that was actually a thing early in the game. There was a very good blacksmith in a certain area that had additional chances for added bonuses or something, or having higher quality enhancements. And the problem is, if you befriend them and bring them out to the field and they die, you lose that NPC for good. A new one replaces it, and they will have completely different new stats, internal stats that affect their output. So people who befriended that NPC and brought them along to an adventure and had him die actually screwed themselves early on in the game. I remember that very, very clearly. And that's also the reason why you get a game over screen if either Premier or Kismel dies, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the same with Tia and Zero as well. Because they are NPCs, if they die, they should be deleted from the game. But then the game wouldn't function, because as a game you need Premier, Kismel, Zero, Tia in the game. So the game just gives you a game over and goes back to a previous save point, which doesn't happen with the regular NPCs. The regular NPCs you befriend and bring over anywhere, not just this Singularity dungeon. If they die within the universe, and their existence, even key NPCs like blacksmiths around the world or vendors, a new one with a new name, with new stats, is going to they are going to replace that specific NPC you just lost. That's the entire gimmick of this game. Which game do you recommend me trying? I only played Integral Factor. It's gonna depend on your personal tastes. Like for me, Hollow Fragment is still the best game. Alsatian Licorice and Last Recollection, close second. Hollow Fragment, extremely dated. Don't want to blame the game for it because, you know, it came out back during the PSP era as Infinity Moment. The original PSP, I mean, I don't mean PS Vita. But unless you just want to play the best game, you want to experience the Sword Online Gameverse timeline, then you start at the beginning with Hollow Fragments, then go over to Lost Song, then Hollow Realization, this game, Hollow Realization, then over to Fatal Bullet, Alsatian Licorice, and eventually that Last Recollection. That is the path you will follow. I do have a video, it's a bit outdated, I did it during Fatal Bullet days if I remember correctly. Which SAO game should I buy? Is its title? It should give you a fairly good idea on what to expect from these games. And, you know, make your own decision. Screw you, Moth, just go away. I hate moths because they don't always descend and most of your skills are just going to whiff. Is that a named monster? Is that also a named monster? No, that's a regular one. There we go. Keep in mind that you'll level up that way, but it'll be slower than inside DDD, since in DDD XP gains are jacked up. True. But that's still a general leveling philosophy in all of Akuria's games. You can do that in Alsatian Licorice, which is why people just... Me too. It's not blame throwing, it's just how you level up in these games. Which is why people turned the game into hard or very hard and just went into the starting area. Because turning up the difficulty, it does not make mobs necessarily more difficult, it just levels up the mobs to a higher level, which makes it easier to level, because you get much more of an additional multiplier, XP multiplier, when fighting enemies that are over 5 levels above you. So that works in Hollow Fragment, in this game, in next one, Alsatian Licorice and Last Collection. The Singularity is just much faster, I guess, yeah. You have no idea how hard things get beyond... I am already beyond floor 100, mate. This is like floor 102. I am beyond 100. Don't underestimate me. Word is a new 4 is coming to Integral Factory with the 7.5 anniversary. Probably, that makes sense from a timeline standpoint. To be franco, the only blacksmith you need are Liz and Basara, that's the one. That's the blacksmith, yes. Exactly. The refunding of transform materials early game, yes. I'll be honest, the idea of NPCs dying and being replaced is cool, but the problem is beyond the 2 goddesses and Liz, the game... Liz? Liz is not an NPC, mate. The game doesn't give you that much of a reason to care if most of them die. That's the point, and I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Because, you know, this is simulating an actual MMORPG, you find these NPCs all around. They expected some people to actually befriend these NPCs because it's a novel concept. And actually shape their personality with your praises, as you can do with your actual allies as well. And actually form a bond with these NPCs. And you know, some people do, some people don't. Some people are like Kirito, some people are like Kikoka. That's exactly the point of that entire NPCs die for good if they die shtick this game as. It is very much intentional. Are you planning on doing a redo of that video before you drop YouTube? Potentially, it's still in my to-do list. I look back at from time to time. I can't promise anything, but you know, it's something I have... It's kind of a non-committed plan. I think that's the best way I can put it. I want to do it, but the thing is it gonna be worth the effort I'll put in? Like, to be frank, it's barely worth the effort I put into Fractured Daydream stuff. Okay, now we're going over to floor 102. We were on floor 101. Sorry, I lied. SAO is at a point where it needs a lot of an official push. And it can still get a decent amount of traction, let's say, but it needs a lot of push from the official sides. That's why the launch period of Fractured Daydream was such a good time for my channel. But with the DLCs or following the launch period after the 2 months, it almost entirely died down. So it really is not quite the best idea to go for anything about SAO that is not in the mainstream lens at any given time, and general SAO games, it really isn't in a mainstream light. Like, people are so tired of the series with certain things that even my progressive content or United Ring content, people are not interested in it. There's of course the... Did I get paralyzed or something where half of my attacks are just cancelling each other out? What's hitting me? Are the crystals doing something to me that's blocking my attacks and constantly? I forgot which way I came from. I think I came from this side, right? But there are already enemies there, so it's unlikely. So that means I came from this side. Okay. We'll go south and then we're gonna go west. But yeah, like people... Oh, that was loud. I forgot to plug in the headset. But thank you, Ark. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, there isn't even a proper buzz around Progressive or United Ring at this point. Whenever I do content, why is there an input lag on jump? Like whenever I do Progressive or United Ring content, because you know, everyone's so excited about the future of SAO. The only people who watch that content are who already read those contents that I'm covering, just to share their opinions. Rarely anyone who wants to know more about the future of the series actually want to know about the future of the series. They just want a new season, anything. Okay, yeah, this is where I came from. But you know, producing content that basically outreaches what the likes of Bandai Namco or Dengeki does, it is kind of a pride point for me. My soundtrack previews, they have done really good on Facebook and Twitter, by the way. For some reason, YouTube absolutely hated them. I am not exactly sure why. But both on Twitter and Facebook, they have done absolutely great. So much above my channel average. Or page average, in the case of Facebook and Twitter. You know, all I can do is just keep trying to do my best, but I don't want to spend too much time at this point on my channel for things that are likely not going to be worth the effort I put in. If someone like Bandai Namco comes over and says, hey, please take care of our SAO communications, be part of the team, I will be more than thrilled, and in which case I will basically do, you know, it's a job. At that point I have a responsibility to do well, and it's something I want to do as well, and I want it to be worth it at the end that I spent the effort. And in an official setting, it will pay off. Just as a standalone YouTuber, most of the ideas, most of the things that I can do, it's heavily reliant on the interest level of the series in general, not to how much of an effort I put in or how much of a great content I create. Whereas when you're an official channel, you are the one who is actually capable of bringing the brand back up. That's kind of the difference. I can do the same thing I'm doing here under Dengeki, under Bandai Namco, under Aniplex, and it's gonna lead to a completely different reaction than me as a Gamerturk. One of the earlier lectures I remember during my marketing classes back in university is like, you need to name your brand in a way that really pulls forward the value you bring, because words have meanings, they have connotations, and I'm like, I'm a gamer, so not someone to be taken seriously, and I'm Turkish. Half the world hates us. Good job with your branding, mate. My mistake was becoming Gamerturk and then going for a global audience instead of a Turkish audience. Now, the Turkish audience would really stand behind me, and the ones who are involved with the global fan base, they still do stand behind me, but it's not many. They're barely a fraction. Which is what you see with the Spanish creators, for example. Spanish people really band together strongly as well, very similar to Turkish people. Mediterranean people in general will be like that. And you can see channels like, I forgot their name just because I was going to mention here, of course I forget. Ife de Lima, if I remember correctly, the Spanish creator doing Sword Online content. They're getting a lot of traction. They are creating Spanish content for the Spanish people under a Spanish brand. And goddamn, the Spanish-speaking people are really backing each other up. Oh, that was a named monster. No. We're running away, guys. We're running away. We have the key. All we need to do is find the crystal. Find the crystal. Look around. I know there's a bunch. Crystal is here. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Good stuff. Ooh, that was a very close call. Okay, we good. Now let's speak. But yeah, as I said, my soundtrack previews. Just put that on SAO Games Twitter. Put that on Sword Online Video Games on Facebook, the official Bandai Namco stuff. I have no idea why they don't wanna even share what, because I understand they are different companies. Bandai Namco is a I'm completely going off on a tangent, but I am genuinely frustrated about this thing where they can do something really nice for the fans with literally zero effort. All you need to do is you have your game assets, pull up the key visual for Hollow Fragment, publish it on the SAO Games Twitter account saying, hey, we just published the full soundtrack album for Hollow Fragment. The link pasted there. Done. You're just gonna share the soundtracks for the fans who enjoy the series, who enjoy the music, who wants to know more, you know, from the official account with a single tweet, 30 seconds, done, easy peasy. But no, because the ones who publish the music are Bandai Namco Entertainment Inc., which is Bnei from Japan. Bandai Namco US account, Sword Online Games, is run by Bandai Namco America. They're not sharing it because it's not their concern. It is not their product. It is not something they have published. So they're not sharing it at all. But I'm like, yeah, but Sword Online Games is your brand. And this is globally available for all fans, and you are the global account, whether you are run from the US or Europe or anywhere else in the world. Please go away, bugs. Just share the damn Spotify link. 30 seconds. Pull the asset from your library, get the Spotify album link, share it. I'm surprised the Variant Showdown people are not doing it. I have been talking with them and trying to get them to share the Variant Showdown soundtrack, because Variant Showdown English communications, because it is a mobile game, both the Japanese communication and the English communication are being run by Bandai Namco Japan. So straight from home they are doing that. That has nothing to do with Europe, that has nothing to do with the US. But for some reason, even the Variant Showdown crew, they don't seem to want to share their soundtrack. And I'm like, why? It's free. It has been published. It is good for the fans if you share it. It is good for you as Bandai Namco Japan if you share it, because it gets listened to by fans on Spotify, which is benefit on Spotify for you. And your fans who are following the Variant Showdown English Twitter account, they have something to engage with. Like, the Variant Showdown is not getting much engagement in general as a brand. Don't want to say anything about the communications team there, because as a brand, for some reason within the algorithm, the moment I say or share anything about Variant Showdown, I can feel it being suppressed. Like, clearly the algorithms are being influenced by the general mainstream appeal from the trends and all those kinds of stuff. Entirely different point. But like, you have it. You, Bandai Namco Japan, published the soundtracks. It's out there. It's freely available for fans, and fans enjoy free stuff. Fans enjoy soundtracks. Fans enjoy listening to these things. So your entire communication, English included, is being run from the Japanese team. Why are you guys not simply sharing the fact that you have the Spotify album for free? The Japanese account shares it. Why? It's the same people tweeting them on both accounts. Like, I'm not sure if it's the exact same person, but it's the same team. It is one team. One is just the translation that's done within the same team. Share it. I mean, I'll try to get them to share again and again a couple more times until I get to do my own thing, but I genuinely want them to do it, and I genuinely want to retweet what they shared, because I think it is important. I think it is good for the brand, I think it is good for them, and I think it is good for the fans. If everyone's winning, if it's a win-win-win situation, if... Like, when I say win-win-win every single time, the office scene with Michael and Pam come to my mind, and I have to start laughing. But like, share it, it's good for everyone. You included. Just do it. What does this place do? Okay. Just that. Very challenging. Either way, that was a huge rant, but I sometimes cannot fathom. Like, there are reasons for the US side or the European side not share these things. They are bad reasons, in my opinion, without knowing anything behind the curtains. In my opinion, they are bad reasons, but there are reasons. There's not a single reason for the Variant Showdown team to not share the Variant Showdown soundtrack published by the Japanese account, published by Bandai Namco Japan. When the communications is also being run by Bandai Namco Japan, that is your property, your brand, your published album, like everything belongs to you. But yeah, these are things you just cannot answer without being part of the team. Ranting makes the place go hot. And you can find my channel merch. Klein 50k, the first day, the poster, t-shirts, a lot of other stuff, even stickers of the illustrations. On my Teespring page, should be regularly going through in the chat by Nightbot, or alternatively it's gonna be in the description as well. Well, we're done. This seems to be a safe spot. I'm gonna catch up with the chat. That's gonna take half an hour. Let's see. Where were we? If your attack and level is high enough, your throw can one-shot the moths. I don't think I am powerful enough. I can do it to enemies lower level than me, but not here. I don't think so. Integral Factor is a separate timeline, yes, completely separate. Did you think the outcry about the Fatal Bullet devs not adding more to the newer games? Are people going to do a walkout every time it's not Fatal Bullet 2? I do not necessarily... Are people complaining, like comparing it to Fatal Bullet that deeply? Those people, they need to... I understand wanting a Fatal Bullet 2, but Fractured Daydream is not a Fatal Bullet 2. As for content, I don't want to speak too much because game development is harder than we realize from the outside. So all we can say on the player side is whether we like something or not like something. I don't think it is justified to say add this or that. They can be good ideas. Let me put it this way, it's nuanced, and I hate getting things pulled out of context. We should tell them how we feel about things. We should tell them what we would want and why, preferably, like a proper constructive criticism way. But we shouldn't be recommending too specific of solutions because we know absolutely nothing about the game itself or game development in general. I think the content, it is somewhat running thin. I think it would be genuinely nice if we had the snow area, for example, in this DLC, in the latest. I don't want to speak too much about Fractured Daydream, but I think this is important. I think it would have been nice if we had that snow area that we had in the new DLC as a third free roam zone with Santa Nicholas as the world boss there, something unique. You know, the game's general nowadays kind of lost that sense. A game has to like impress us at the end, no? And I feel like the game industry is at a stage where 99% of the games, they don't aim to wow you, they just aim to give you content. Like when things like Clair Obscur come out, those are the games that wow people, and they are not safe approaches to games that people would have expected. They are not run-of-the-mill content. I think I'm jumping from branch to branch right here, but it has been a gripe of mine for multiple years now that the games are scared to impress people, and that's kind of sad. I think Fractured Daydream can do a lot more. In certain aspects, I think it should, but specifically in terms of Fractured Daydream, I think there needs to be a lot more done on the communication side rather than content side. Yes, content side can, you know, have a little boost. That would be lovely, especially as I'm playing myself. You know, I'd love more stuff to play. But I think unless you're doing something to really wow people, to impress people, something out of the run-of-the-mill content, any content you create, it's gonna get old within 2 days. That's one of the sad realities about the live service titles. People are not playing to have fun, people are just there to checklist, and you cannot reach the speed people churn through content with the speed you're creating content. That's impossible. That's why you need to inspire people, impress people, wow people, whatever you want to call it. That's why Destiny has lived on its raids for 10 years straight. Because those raids really just blew people away. They were magnificent levels of content that people wanted to do, regardless of what the reward was. People complained if the rewards were bad, yes. But because the rewards was not the reason why people did things, they still kept playing. Until the final 2-3 years, the general environment has changed, but an entirely different point. So, even if Fractured Daydream had more content, I can guarantee you, people would start complaining, not today, but 2 days later. Because the pace we complete content at is just much faster than the pace they can ever create. So what they need to do is they need to create inspirational content, as I like to call it, as Bungie had called it years ago with the raids and dungeons. That's what I'm taking the naming scheme from. They need to create the inspirational raid, not necessarily raid, but that was one of my recommendations in my feedback letters as an example of inspirational content. They need to create inspirational content that people want to play, rather than content they have to checklist through. It is hard, it is not easy, especially for smaller crews. It's hard to create inspirational content when you need to stick to very specific quarterly schedules with very specific content goals. But sometimes you need to take some risks for things to pay off. Otherwise, it's run-of-the-mill content and people are going to be bored with it in 2 days again. That is not just Fractured Daydream, that is the harsh truth of the video games industry at the moment. And I planned to catch up on chat, didn't I? I told you it would take 30 minutes. And let's see. Thank you, Mareep. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am way too far behind. I'll get up there shortly. Me and Alv are basically requiring a reboot for our favorite SAO game. Understandable, especially the PvP side of Fatal Bullet. It kept a lot of people engaged, I know. It was a, I'll say, very small but very dedicated group of people. It's very similar to Alsatian Liquor's raid community. But yeah, I think Fatal Bullet is very much in the past. And Fractured Daydream is not trying to replace Fatal Bullet. Sorry, I completely went on a tangent seeing the rest of the stuff you wrote, but... Do you think that if Kadokawa merged with Sony, they could have done more with SAO? Since then, AI and Kadokawa... AI? Aniplex Inc. I'm not sure what you mean by AI then. And Kadokawa would have been under the same parent company. The license things are quite a convoluted mess, and I don't know the exact details about it. But yeah, the different fractions of the same license coming down under the same umbrella in general, and we can say that it would happen one way or another if that were the case. And yes, I had considered that to be a good thing. Because, you know, there's a difference what you would do, how much risk you would be willing to take for a property you own just 20% of in terms of returns, and for a property you own 60 or 70% of. Although that's completely outside of the realm of SAO games in general. That's specifically just talking about the anime and the light novel side of things. I need to breathe a bit. I've been speaking too much. Love the content. Currently playing through Hollow Realization myself, and I started watching your original HR run a couple days ago. I'm at part 21. So many people still go back to my Hollow Realization run, especially for the more troublesome points. The one point that I have some regret about, where I could not do the most optimal thing throughout the entire playthrough, because I aim for the harder portions to act as guides for people, that was a main intention, is I believe the DLC 1, the Magmatite Institute or something like that, where you have to go through a dungeon-like place pulling levers that activate and deactivate at the same time certain gates. And that was such a mess that I myself couldn't get around it. And it's basically 20 minutes of me running back and forth between the same pulleys, between the same levers. And I just... At the end of it, I was like, I cannot do this properly. I'm just gonna upload this as is. And if people are that desperate in getting through this mess of a place as I was, they can just follow the exact pulls, the exact repetitions I did back and forth the entire time, exactly as I did, and hopefully reach the same conclusion, even though that is nowhere near the optimal right solution. It's basically trial and error for 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's the one part I regret. But I could not bear it. Like, I could not do it properly. I was like, I just have to move on. So have fun when you get to that point. Speaking of Fire Emblem, Quinella's English VA is in Fire Emblem Engage. That's nice. Today someone on YouTube was very critical of my defense over their negative withdrawal from SAOFD. I feel very attacked, and someone I saw on Twitch said something I deem pretty xenophobic on their stream. That is very unfortunate, mate. But yeah, shit people exist. Sometimes it's actually shit people, sometimes it's people who are just getting caught at an unfortunate moment where they are just in a shit mind space where they can't respond properly. Happens to everyone, but some are just shit people as well. Where were we? Maybe Bandai Namco should hire you to be into... please! My Twitter channel, I literally stopped being personal on my Twitter channel. I moved on to Blue Sky for that. And currently my Twitter channel is basically an SAO brand account of sorts, with very minor stuff that I sometimes feel like sharing here and there. Sharing different arts from people to get them some traction and all those kinds of stuff. Aside from that, I'm basically acting as an SAO brand account. So please, Bandai Namco America, let me handle SAO stuff, and maybe you'll get some benefits and we'll be like, hey, this kid I say, at 28, he seems nice and capable of stuff. Maybe we should bring him up to the general Bandai Namco team. So let's start with the SAO account, give me a chance, and let's run from there. Please. Good content creator, but struggling a bit lately. Why? Fede was doing great. Admittedly, he was being inspired by my content quite a bit back in the day, so I expected him to run into a strut at certain points where I stopped making content. Not saying this as a slight on him, but like, when I made an AO-line video, he made an AO-line video. When I made that video, he made that video. There was a very clear pattern. But he was generally doing a lot of... He was consulting me on certain topics as well. I think we had somewhat of a language barrier here and there as well, where I was angry at some point for not the right reasons. I think I was at fault. But it was generally creating a lot of content. If he's struggling right now, I cannot think of anything else but SAO's decline at the moment. We're in a content drought. Nothing he can particularly do. He's more of an entertaining personality compared to me as well. Like, I always try to act more of as more of an informant, whereas he has... I don't know Spanish, I cannot judge the content he makes, of course, but from the way he sounds, from the way he designs his videos, he is much more into maintaining and generating the interest of other people, whereas I'm trying to inform the people who want to come and inform themselves. There's a difference in our approach, and I think he is much more suitable for YouTube content than I am. Yeah, if he's struggling a bit, I would give that down to the general state of SAO at the moment. Variant Showdown is not on console. Variant Showdown is on Android and iOS. Fractured Daydream is on consoles and PCs. The game soundtracks that come with bonus editions and then get turned into standalone releases later down the line, they are limited soundtracks. They are not the full soundtrack albums. You will see this with every single one. I have, well, Hollow Realization collector's edition that I'm using as a stand for my camera right now. It also came with a soundtrack and all those kinds of stuff, but they are always minimized. They don't feature all the tracks. The albums on Spotify, they are the full soundtracks. Yeah, they are free, but they get ad revenue or Spotify subscription revenue from the plays, as far as I'm aware. It's the same as YouTube uploads. Same system. Nice, I finally reached the point where I was ranting about 20 minutes ago. Hey there, Yult, welcome. That's the name of the currency in Alfheim Online. Hey there, Shadow. How you doing? I feel like the problem itself is that we've been getting samey updates without them fixing the underlying issues with the game. Fractured Daydream, I imagine, that we have been having it since launch. I don't want to talk too much because, you know, not being part of the process, can't be certain about anything. But things with these live service productions is that it's a skeleton crew, not a skeleton crew, but a small crew that's working on the seasonal content, the live content. There is another small crew, often working on the actual seasonal story, so the DLCs. And then there is a larger portion that is working on the yearly DLCs, the yearly expansions, let's say expansions for them, and DLCs for the quarterly stuff and the live game. So it's basically 3 different games being produced at the same time for those kinds of productions. We don't know if there's a yearly expansion for Fractured Daydream, but I believe there is. But that's basically how it functions, and that's why sometimes things feel so disconnected from what you would have expected from a production. It's because they are so branched out on different aspects that hard to make them run properly, let's say. Hard to make them run properly. That's one of the drawbacks of live services. Does anyone talk about the SAO anime anymore? There is no SAO anime to talk about, so people are not talking about the SAO anime. Take care, Ark. Take care. Hello, and yeah, same. Hey there, Mitsuru. Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, playing more indies than AAA titles. That is surprisingly where the industry has led us to. I mean, calling something as... I feel like indie title is becoming misleading as well. It used to mean this small game done by, at max, 5 people. But indie is now more or less anything that is not even AA, I guess. It encompasses a lot more stuff, more of an... It kind of reverted to its original meaning, you know, independent publisher, independent developer was what indie was. And now it's properly coming back to that place, and yeah, indies, they are catching a lot more eyes because they are actually trying to create something new, something novel. That's exactly, there's a lot of research being done. Like, if you're interested as much as I am on the general industry, you can go ahead and, you know, find journalists that talk about it. And if you want to go more in depth, there's a lot of research going on about the game industry in its various aspects, and you'll see these indie small developers, independent developers, they are taking a lot more risks, and they are actually succeeding solely because this feels novel to people. Whereas a lot of these behemoths, let's say EA or Ubisoft, they are taking the safe paths. They are going for risk-free, what's already been proven right. And as they do, they are even taking ideas from indies, but they are so hell-bent on staying that path of... This is not a gameplay stream anymore, is it? They are taking those concepts without even understanding why it engaged people. They're just taking the concept because, hey, this worked there, we're gonna make that work here. And they're basically turning that concept into a soulless thing as well. It is quite interesting to watch how things develop over the years. And it's not a narrow time span, like you really need to watch a much longer time span as to how things are evolving. It's quite interesting. I strongly recommend you check out, you know, a lot of journalists, actual proper game journalists, there's not many, or actual studies and research into the video games industry. Cool stuff there. Expedition 33 is freaking amazing. I have a lot of people It is achieving quite a lot of stuff. Yeah. I have not played it. I don't think it's my kind of game, but I'm really happy about Sandful Entertainment and what they have done. Have fun, Jay. Have fun with my HR videos. It's a very long playlist. I'd request a newsletter position right away. Seems you're interested, or maybe boarding in America. I mean, going to America is hard. I will take it. But for the scale of work running SAO social media or any kind of newsletter, that can easily be remote. I don't need to be in America to do that. If it ever comes on the table, of course, please take me to America, but I think we can do things a lot more efficiently, if they please. Oh, please follow me on Blue Sky, sure, it's Gamerturk95, or just Gamerturk, I'm not sure, one or the other, you'll see. What happened to the Progressive Movies? Feels like they just stopped telling anyone anything about it. It was planned as 2 movies, 2 movies came out, and that's done, that was the plan. Big games do not require massive budgets. There is a lot more nuance that goes to it. Like, you can't say Clair Obscur is a small game, can you? Like, even the term big game is misleading, because it's us or the marketing that makes a game big or small, isn't it? It's your impression of what a game is, not that the game itself is big or not. Like, is FIFA a big game? I don't think FIFA is a big game. Like, from a game concept perspective, it's more or less the same game every single year, confined to what you have learned over the years in a single pitch, single gameplay mechanic. It is complex, sure, but is it a big game? Is it something like Final Fantasy VII? Rebirth or Remake, either? I think those 2 are big games. But like, which big are we really talking about at that point? Is it the perception big? Is it the sales big? Clair Obscur sold so much. Hey, let's get some progress going. Yo, oh, big guy. I think I should be scared of this one. I don't even think I can damage it. I wish Ark was here. Ark, are you still in chat? Can I actually harm the fucking thing, the Wraith? I don't think I can get away from it. But I am under attack by Sapphire. What now? Oh, these guys. For some reason, I genuinely feel like I remember the Immortal Keeper enemy, and it chases you instantly as an obstacle. But if it chases... Okay, it does not interfere with your interactions, so it does chase you forever. It's just an annoyance to keep you on your toes, and particularly hard to deal with. Oh, that is the gate over there. Okay, we just need to find the key. I saw the glow from far, far away. We just need to find the key. Excuse me, Mr. Giant Moth, can you please come down? Damn it. That is looking quite grim. This one before opening the chest. Now we can open the chest. The good thing about the enemy is that now I can't look at the chat. I need to constantly be on my toes. There's nothing else this way, right? Yeah, that's the end of it. So you will have some gameplay at last. And we fell down back to the spawn. Perfect. Oh yeah, you can transfer to other operating systems, or you lose your gems. That's the case with many of the mobile games. Hoping for more Axel World content. Good luck, you. Reaper summoned from the statues. Can I? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I will follow you for the rest of the floor. That's what I thought. When I say big, I imagine GTA, Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Diablo. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's go. Running speed, running speed. Okay. This is where we were. We went the bottom path. And now I need to go towards the crystal that I saw. And hopefully the key is gonna be somewhere on the way. Oh, 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 I saw that. I saw that. Very close. Okay, we got one mimic trap chest and one normal chest. I imagine the normal chest will have my key and will take on the trap chest and kill the enemy for XP. Oh Jesus, that not good. Not good. Doesn't even. Oh my god, controls inverted. That's not nice. Okay, we're gonna be in pain for a little bit. I was hoping I'd be able to take care of it before the scythe arrived, but yeah, I was wrong. Regardless, we have our key. We are heading for the exit crystal. By heat nipper. Screw you, heat nipper. What is even a heat nipper? Oh, you teleported over to me. Sure, sure. You do that. I'm gone. Thousand floors content. Inverted controls is absolutely painful. Yes, I completely agree. Okay, I am gonna go north. Nothing north. Skip that. I really love the dodge animation in this game. Something just flows so nice. It just feels good to dodge. Or rather, use it as a travel option. A mobility option. Okay, nothing down there. We're gonna defeat the enemy over there and... God damn it, why did I... Why did I not launch my Tachyon inversion? I have no idea. I think the action button is getting in the way of me activating Tachyon inversion there. Cool stuff. Oh, you haven't played this, you don't need to tell me that, mate. My muscle memory tells me that every single time I try to tap a button. I do feel the pain. Do I go that way or do I go this way? Let's see, can we see a shine for the crystal gate? No. Here. No, it's generally blocked off with walls. Okay. This seems like it's looping and shouldn't last too long, so I'm gonna take this path for now. Intuitively. Sounds like a shorter path. And if I get a key, I'm basically just... There we go, that's our key. That is the end of the path, nowhere else to go, so we return. You know, I made the right call. Okay, now we just look for the crystal shine. I think I see it behind that wall. Yeah, we go left side. This way. Oh, not left side. We're gonna have to loop around from the right. I love how much XP you gain. Feels so good. I don't think I ever finished Hollow Realization. You should, it's a really fun game. Among the SAO Gamers, my favorite character, Dorothy #1, Rain #2. And Hollow Fragment Philia specifically, #3, right? But beyond Hollow Fragment, Philia has just become a joke, a punchline. But in Hollow Fragment, I think Philia was great. I recall my memory right, that is floor 1000 that give a weapon can one-shot everything, right? I don't know. At some point, you should be getting Blue Rose Sword and the Osmanthus Blade. Oh my god, that was close. Oh, we're at the beginning of the map technically, but... Like 400 gave you the Elucidator and Dark Repulsor, which I got. Mr. Moth, can you please come down? I would appreciate it. Please? Maybe? Perhaps? are actually hurting a lot at this point. Really, I did get hit by that in the end, and that's a side summoning spot. That is not nice. At least I got a warning sign here. There we go. No, no, no. From memory, this was the last Gamers game the Eclipse appeared in. Potentially. Was it not in Session Licorice? Okay, left side has absolutely nothing. Good that we confirmed. So we can go straight south. North is nothing. South. And then we go over to the fork to the other side. That's fine. Nothing here as well. So we take the fork to the other side. I still see no gate shine. You see it? In there. And nothing here. So let's just try here, but that's the end of the path. So we go up to north. That is also the end of the path, so we go this way. I think yep, that's the gate shine. We just need to find the key, and that's the the seal. The way it doesn't show up until the last second. I really hate the moths. They take ages to come down. Nope, Licorice only has Star Wars Stream, and Last Recollection has a new skill that I don't really have. That wasn't the key, so we keep exploring for now. End of this path, maybe? That is a fake chest. Please, Mr. Reaper, just go away. I hope this is not a moth. I did dodge away. Oh, please. Oh, I didn't realize the Reaper was actually getting locked out of the barrier. Okay, that's nice. Expect that. However, we still do not have the key, so it has to be on the path now. The crystal gate is over here. Okay, is it this one? Yeah, there we go. So that's why he's coming over to me so fast every single time. Didn't know he could just walk across. Okay, so there's a chest straight below me to the south. No shine to be seen from here. Okay, let's try going to south. And if you find the key, I'm just gonna go straight. Why do I even open my mouse? Oh, the mimic just flees? Since when? Okay, we'll take this path first. Cool, the path has ended, so we now take the other path. After killing these enemies because they annoyed me with their presence. And gave me the paralysis debuff that screws up my skill chains. Hate it. Each floor I've been chased by the Reaper. Fortunate. I just want that paralysis to wear off and I'll continue moving. Okay, we'll go... Maybe if I can go over here and... How about we go down? Seems like... Yeah, that one is close to the end. Oh, right, I can do armor break. Big brain. Everything is kind of sort of destroying me though. Can you guys stop? I am actually going to die. I'm stuck here. Oh, he's Beyblading. Okay, that one's dead. Get you guys out because you're annoying. And last but not least, the crystal that keeps blocking me. Done. Oh, I actually did not know that. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, we got the key. We just need to, is that shine? No, I don't think it's, no. I just need to find where it's shining now. There, I see it. I see it. Land Lamprey. Sure. Only downside to killing it, yeah, exactly. I really like the battle soundtracks. Okay, we'll go this way, and I think that's the end of the path, so quick start, good. Okay, left or south? Go east. Okay, nothing in east, so we just go back. Oh, that's a fake chest. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I can just break that just fine. This is Battle 5 theme. I found out that Licorice did use this one time. I don't know where or when. I genuinely do not remember. I feel like Ark would know. Because I feel like he did tell me the soundtrack played at some point. By the way, those soundtrack names, they are actually incorrect. The Spotify soundtrack has a different theming. I think Battle 5 is the correct name. If you look up for the soundtrack that people data mined the game and uploaded, have them with a completely different name. They separate battle themes with boss themes, whereas the actual soundtrack, official soundtrack on Spotify does not separate them. They also have different order. Also, the Japanese soundtrack sometimes has completely different soundtrack names. Like, obviously, one is translated, but some of them have nothing to do with it. Like what the Datamine soundtracks say, Cutscene 2 for example, the Cutscene 2, the mood of the soundtrack has a proper title in the official soundtrack, so those kind of things. Does something dangerous show up if you take too long on any floor in Hollow Fragment? No. No. Not that I can think of. A feature I liked in Last Recollection was you could use themes from other SAO games when you fight, but it's a PC-only DLC. Is that real? Is it a DLC or a mod? Do I see a shine over there? No, this is straight up ending. I don't think there's anything over there. Still, let's try going there. Anything shining at... Oh, there it is. I actually did not know that. Didn't know the game came with a jukebox on PC. Where would you go? Start going. Okay, north sounds more limited at the moment. That is the exit. If the key is in this chest, that is beautiful. If not, unfortunate. We'll probably have to backtrack a bit. At least we know the end gate, so the moment the key shows up, we can go straight for the gate. most protected chest and another chest right below. God damn it, I want to do that shield attack. So I can break the shield. Oh, come on, I did break your shield. What am I doing wrong? I am queuing up Nightmare Rain. There we go. Okay, let's hope the key is in that chest over there. Right next to the gate. That's a mimic chest. We know where the gate is at least. Here, so we'll have to backtrack about it, okay. Let's go up north. Is that still chasing? I think that's still chasing me. Of course it is. Please be the key so I can go to the gate. Nope. Nope. So many chests in close vicinity. There we go, that's my key. Let's go back. Wasn't as far as I feared. That's still fine. The other way around. No, we never did. I still think the true ending was not in the game. In the base game. They added it with the day one patch. Or rather that little update with Reona. That's supposed to hint towards the true ending. Because you don't just say, oh, no one's discovering the true ending. Let's give them an entire quest chain with this super renowned musician. Don't do that. They clearly had it all prepped out, but I suspect that, oh, it's a boss form. Now the true ending was not on the disc. Okay, how about we go for some buffs? I don't even know what these buffs do, I didn't even check them. I'm just... Yeah, they sound useful. Oh, no, I don't want... I wanted passive regen. Yep. The wind-up is so long, it's annoying. Why can I not counter the attack? Am I just doing it way too early? Yeah, okay, I was doing it way too early. Although I'd much rather let him do the attack and then hit from the back for that peak. And I missed my chance. There we go, that was some nice damage. I don't want to lose my multiplier, but I also need to gain some SP to chain some skills. I think I need to dodge or parry to more efficiently regen, but I don't want to risk it because one mistake and I'm gonna lose my 4 multiplier. I think I'll go for it. Oh, there's one more bar. No, I lost my multiplier. Okay, that does a parry break. That was unfortunate. I remember going nuts over trying to figure it out before they made it easier. Going over trailers, you could see footage from the tree. Yeah. You could see the revived Medina throwing the grass at Kirito's face. That's from the true ending. Come on. Go on. Continue the chain, please, Premier. was really, really low. But I think this is the last bar for him now. Yeah, okay, I lost the entire multiplier. Let's regen SP completely. I remember that took me 3 hours to take down the gate floor boss. Which one? This one? There we go. Wait. How are they leveling so much faster than I am? Kismel and Premier were the lowest level in the party. Why are they now higher than me and Asuna? Is it because this place is for AI characters and not player characters in universe, so they get more benefits? That is the only thing I can think of. I have no other explanation.
Good job.
The boar pig looking one. I remember absolutely nothing. Maybe AI have an XP? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because when we entered, I should be like 190. And I'm absolutely sure Kismel was around 170. Asuna I think was around 180s. I don't know, someone can rewind to the beginning and tell me if I was wrong or not. But I have been gaining a lot of levels. So maybe I was 180s as well, but Kismet was absolutely 170 and lower than me. That looked pretty good. I can't resurrect AI. No NPC allies are currently deceased. Receive affinity present. When a protected NPC AI reaches affinity rank 6, they will offer you a present. Main character is not included. NPC AI not in party. Okay. Oh, so that's kind of the point of the dungeon. You recruit the random stowaways you find around, get your affinity to rank 6 with them, and get some rewards. Interesting. Okay, I'll give it to Kismet. Yeah. Okay, I thought I needed to actually toggle something. I wasn't seeing a status icon on her, so... Do Yuji and Alice fall under the AI NPC character, or are they treated as players in the game? I have no idea. That is a good question. Okay, Premiere shows up as NPC, Tia shows up as NPC, Kismel NPC and protected because I registered her. Let's see. Zero NPC, Yuji and Alice are not NPCs, they are counting as player characters. Okay, I'll do the next 10 floors relatively quickly, and then we'll wrap up the stream. The chat has been slow for a while anyway, so that's usually a good sign to start wrapping things up. Nope. These are still attacking me, I guess. Are you attacking me? No, you're going the other way, actually. Where'd you come from? This is also looking quite good. I know, I really don't have a good reference point in this game at the moment. Barely remember a thing. Although I may just turn this into a weekly stream. I was only planning to do one game per week based on the soundtrack preview I'm uploading. The Hololization is just fun. Okay, that's our key. So we just need to look around for the shine. Let's see. Up there, doesn't look like it, but there is a chance I may need to go there. Oh, over there. Okay, we're gonna go south. I just went over that entire seal. He wasn't a red seal, so... There we go, 112. Let's go. Look around a bit. There. Nothing appears to be here for now. Okay, we go straight. I do not want... What is that? Okay, let's see, this must be pressed in order, yes. First switch is correct. Second switch is correct. Very cool. I really don't know what I'm doing, or where the other switches are. I hope it's not connected to my progression. Okay, third one over here. Third switch is correct! How lucky! Okay, that is a chest. That is our corridor key, so it seems like the switches have nothing to do with progression. So I think I can just ignore them. Sounds about right. Okay, that's done. Okay, that is a normal chest. I'll open it just for the reward. Should I actually grab the materials scattered around? I completely ignore them, but... Oh, they drop gold pieces! Oh, that changes everything. I'll grab them. Okay. 13. I don't see anything straight ahead. There is an attack down area over there. Follow the path for now. we can fork back up to north. Currently, we continue south. I think I should be forking up north. If I miss a key over there, that is going to be a painful track back. Okay, there are no keys here. Good to know. Do 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 do. You have any ideas or thoughts on an ideal SAO game you'd like to see or wish was made, such as story, settings, or anything like that? I mean, if they wanted to continue the Gameverse, which they didn't, they could probably go with a United Ring game. Though, to be frank, they can visit a United Ring game whenever we get a United Ring anime, just to capitalize on it. So there is technically still the potential, even though the Gameverse is technically over, it can easily be revived with a proper OCMC, not the Fatal Bullet one. And yeah, Polsky mentioned it, I believe? Yeah. I have an entire video on that topic. I still don't see the exit. Oh, I don't have the key anyways. Why am I searching for the exit? Okay, that is protected. That's a normal chest. Okay, that's the exit, I see. Please be the key so I can go straight to the exit. Yes! Yeah, that's nice. Okay, get there. There doesn't seem to be a path there, so it has to... Yeah, okay. That takes me there. The Jeep reappeared at the end. It's good. On to 14. This is going good. Take care, Game Master. I am not going floor 120 in this stream. Maybe next week if I continue. I'm having fun. Okay, that is a fake chest. I can take it on. Is that also still chasing? I think it is. God damn it. Broke my skill. There we go, easy peasy. Yeah, they could do an Ornal Scale story, but I don't think they will. Like, at that point, it wouldn't be new, you know? It wouldn't have that novelty aspect in terms of a story standpoint. You can get away with things by doing them at the same time as the anime is doing them, because it's still fresh. But I don't think going back to Ordinal Scale would be a desirable thing for them. Okay, please be the key. Because I see the gateway. There we go. Gateway is somewhere around there. More gold pieces. A lot of enemies here. Maybe we can just farm a little XP back to back. Okay, that was neat. Let's go, 115. Can I actually focus on this? It can go fast. It's just I need to take it seriously. Even though we're collecting everything we find, it's actually going faster. Another gold piece. Do 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 do. Where would I go? Okay, let's see. That chest is something good. The blades can really hurt, by the way. I remember fighting one during the story in an enclosed space. I think 2 of them at some point, and it was so painful. Okay, we have the key. I just want to see if I can see the crystal shine this way. But no, I think that's the end of the path, no? Oh, it goes a bit towards that way? More than a bit towards that way, okay. I have to take this path either way then. I see no crystal gate at the moment. Oh, I see crystal gate. Fair enough. 116, we got this. Thank you, likewise. In Turkish, we respond with likewise to a bless you. It's a nice little thing in our language. Everyone here in Germany, or whenever I speak to someone in English, they're always surprised when I respond with likewise. They're like, why are you telling me likewise? And I'm like, isn't it nice if I just return the favor and say, hey, bless you as well, thank you. It takes them a moment to register for them. One, I think it's a nice thing to say. I very much prefer our Turkish approach to it. And two, it's nice people taking a second to realize the meaning of the words. Always a nice little encounter. After once or twice, they get used to it, which I appreciate. Because, you know, it's a nice wish, and you return the nice wish in a nice way, I think. I think it's fitting. It's one of the rare things I actually carry my Turkishness into a foreign culture / language. Oh, that's also nice. I did block that, but okay, game. I don't remember what rank points do. I gained 1 rank point from that. Oh, that's the PvP ranking they added with the Warriors of the Sky update, where as you go through the ranks you get some rewards. I don't know where to check them though. Skill buff list. Oh, that's actually just buff list. Do I need to go to Stalvatos ruins to check that? I don't even remember. I'll figure it out eventually. At some point, not on the stream. Is that Renly? No. With the armor and hair color from far away, that looked like Renly.
Good job.
Okay, we still have no key. We're just safely following a single path. Are we following a single path? I was actually not paying attention at a certain point. Oh, that is dangerous. And that is the end of the path, okay. Now when I return to the crossroads, I actually need to make some deductions. Okay, so we came from the right side and went south, so let's keep going back up. This is the path where we were. Okay, that was our teleporter. Now we go this way. Okay, it is simpler. Simpler than I feared. Easy peasy. Okay, Reaper is gonna start chasing. And let's go south. And afterwards we're gonna try west. Ooh, the exit is there. If we can find the key around here, that is great. If not, we're gonna... Ooh. You will not want to engage with that, can I? Without engaging. I'm gonna have to approach that carefully because if I engage the named monster, it is going to be destroying us. The Reaper's following, but that is not much of a problem. I just need to grab this chest, and it is not a key. And there's nothing else over here, so we have to go west from where we went south. Just do not engage the named monster. Okay, we're safe, we're safe. Hey, exploring the west side now. And the moment we find the key, we go back south. That has to be the key, literally nothing else on this floor. Yeah, there we go. I would be extremely scared if that wasn't the key. Hey, 117, we're almost there. Almost there. I hate the swords. I hate the swords with a passion. Okay, we can go north or we can go west. Let's try going west. Nothing is here. Completely eliminated. Good. Okay, there's some ground lava. Let's try going east. And there's a named monster. Need to watch out for that as we open this. Corridor key. Just need to find the exit crystal now. Here we go. There it is. I see. God damn it, he paralyzed me so I cannot chain properly. Good. Chest? Oh, in the middle. I was looking around. Under than 18. I'm just gonna wait for the paralysis to wear off, and then I'm gonna start moving out. No bosses ahead of me, so I can potentially move out without any issues. Should be fine. It's gonna run out. Can I go west or east? East seems to have a lot of platforms. Let's go west. West also has a lot of platforms. Wait, we're going east. Yeah, fuck it, why not? We go east. East and then north. But east is not yet complete, so we gotta watch out. Another gold piece. How many has it been? Like 3 or 4, I think. Pretty good. That is our key. Now I just need to look for the exit. Perfect. I see it, but is it on this path? I think it is. I think this is the path. That would be great. Oh, what a run. I'm happy with this floor. Who's chasing me? Those swords can be really deadly. Okay, go up. 19 is the boss now, right? Because every 0 floor is basically a new grind. Oh no, it's not. Okay, nothing behind us. Let's start by going south. Is there a chest? There is no chest. We can move on. Can go north or can continue south. Yeah, that's a dead end. We can keep going this way. Tell me, great prophet, Where is my SAO VR game? It's when it's when VR actually becomes mainstream. So likely never. You know the technology is not there yet when both Sony and Apple put a lot of their eggs in that basket and it still does not yield anything. Like the fact that Apple couldn't have the technology sold to the consumer with the kind of consumer base that they have, eating up everything they push out. That tells you how inconvenient VR is at the moment. The tech simply isn't there. Okay, that's the exit. I just need the key. The amount of gold pieces scattered around, I was really not expecting that. If I knew, I would be collecting them from earlier on. But we got absolutely nothing from there, so we have to keep continuing our journey this way. Reaper's gonna start chasing us. There are 2 chests here. Please do not interrupt my combos. Good. Can I grab it, please? I keep pushing the wrong button. Okay, that was the boss chest. Where's the normal chest? Weren't there 2 chests I saw? Yeah. This is the... Please be the key. There we go, that's the key. We go on to the boss. 120. Alright, fine, but where's my ordinal scale Gameverse game? Imagine that would have been awesome. We just talked about it like 10 minutes ago. Someone else mentioned it. Overpower J mentioned it. I don't think it is in their interests to make an SAO ordinal scale game in the Gameverse. You can get away with it if you are doing an adjacent idea of an existing thing, if it comes out at the same time. So when United Ring anime comes out, you can have a United Ring game that ties in when that idea is still novel and fresh in people's minds, and you take advantage of that wave. But the wave of ordinal scale is so far behind right now that it would likely be just as beneficial to do something original without touching an existing thing. You can still adapt aspects of it, but it would have to be something like Mother's Rosario being in Lost Song as a story, or Fairy Dance having been adapted in Hollow Fragment. Just an ordinal scale game, that is not going to be interesting. Wait, what is going on? Am I not supposed to be fighting a boss? I thought I was supposed to. This is a boss arena. But the exit isn't. Oh, there's more platforms to the outside. So I guess it's a mini boss rush then? Yeah, it looks like a mini boss rush. That wasn't even a mini boss, these are all regular mobs right now. I mean, that's a bunch of level ups, sure, that's nice. Still. Which way did I come from? I really was not paying attention. Okay, enemies this way, so we keep moving this way. Okay, we came from south. Just need to remember that. Clear ads and then tackle the mini boss, and we got more platforms there. But yeah, mini bosses just die way too fast. Not even a challenge. And this is a bit disappointing. I was really expecting to finish it with a boss fight. This has been anticlimactic. Anti-mortality. This man. Oh, I see, I see. But yeah, I'm not gonna be repeating floors, so I have to bring them up with me then. Okay, that's fine, that's straightforward. But yeah. That is going to be the end of this stream. I am not deleting Hollow Realization. I feel like continuing the dungeon at the very least and see how far I can go. So maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime next week, we're gonna continue this. Do you think SAO should adopt a yandere character? No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Not interested. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone who has joined this stream. I will see you all later down the line. Look forward to more Sword Online video game official soundtrack previews that I am uploading. I already have Infinity Moment, Hollow Fragment, Lost Song, and Hollow Realization soundtrack previews on my channel. Please do give them a watch because apparently YouTube just hates them, despite the fact that... Is that a bug? No. Okay. I was scared. I saw something big on the window, and regardless, for some reason YouTube just really does not like them. The YouTube algorithm, Twitter and Facebook are enjoying from what I saw. But yeah, do give them a watch. Do give them a thumbs up. Do like them. That helps a lot. And otherwise, next week I am going to be uploading the Fatal Bullet version, and I think I'm just gonna continue playing Hollow Realization next week. Thank you very much for joining, and until the next time, bye bye.